It's your boy Zappa, Professional Stage Ninja, and welcome back to Super Robot Wars Impact. I've been looking forward to this stage, as well as a couple of others, but this is the move. Let us begin. I'm supposed to make a noise. With a drink. Today's drink is a new lemonade Sprite. They spell lemon wrong with a Y. But it's good though. I'll slap some upgrades on folks. We have 9 out of 9 things. 9 out of 9 skill points. Equipment has been dispersed. Let us begin in Tokyo. I realized last time I didn't say the name of the stage at all. Because I'm not used to it popping up right there at the start. Raiho-san, Kanata Yori, visitors from afar. Sho is telling me with a bewildered Cham that this is the circus, Tokyo in fact, despite how wrecked the place is. Looks like there's warfare here too. In fact, there's about to be even more as Galaria materializes. Hopefully they'll say the name very soon. Or not. I thought so.
Galaria,
Galaria, okay. Galaria ignores Sho's pleas to move their fight to somewhere uninhabited on the theory that these people must be her enemies since Sho is. Sho yells back that they've got to figure out why they came here to the surface before continuing their fight. As Cham observes that she's not listening, lots of Drabro materialize too. Eventually, Sho has nowhere to run. I guess these are the Drabro? I am not familiar with Aura Battler, so I don't know. So here we go. Skill point begins. This broad must survive. As such, we don't even have to attack her. Sho has Accelerate and Mercy. Cham has Bless and Gale? Or Bless and Cheer. Luck and Cheer. Because Bless is casting it on other people. So this is Luck, that's a self-cast. That's Cheer, that's casting double experience and so on. We're going to slide up here. Now I have read that it is very easy for Sho to get dunked on. It's not that I don't want to fight this thing, I just want to be particularly careful and also make sure that Galaria stays away. Let's begin. First time I saw the Aura Battlers was in Another Century's episode 3. It was like, hey, bug robots, that's it. Well, this is immediately going terribly. save in case I need to re-roll that. And find another plan. Okay, I'm going on the good faith that a 45% chance to hit's not going to hit. We'll find out in a second.
Watch you! 遅い!
さすが
死に急ぐんじゃない!
Okay.
所詮その程度.
Again, hoping.
Shine!
しょ右
見事で怒鳴るな! 邪魔をするな! やる! でもまだ!
Please. Behold, our dudes have showed up on turn 3. They're quite nonplussed at all the little insect-like robots running around. Demands to know what's going on, as usual. Sho hastily declares himself to be a Japanese citizen, promises to explain everything later, and implore you guys for help. It says Tetsuya, but I'm going to replace that with Koji. He decides to go along with Ryoma's good. Samaritanical? It's like Samaritan, but you know, weird terminology and all that. Good Samaritanical urges and Mobile Suit Brigade is ready to launch against these fleet-looking opponents also as well. When asked if her homeworld is always this warlike, Mia says her memory isn't fully recovered yet. Lots of upheaval suits Pi just fine, and Hayato points out this much conflict is definitely not. But y'all got force deployed? They were forced deployed, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So 1, 2, 3. Why are y'all not sorted correctly? 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. So, skill point still in effect. Don't let this other bot die. Basically, she's going to come beat us up. Let her do it. Immediately heal Sho. Alright. So my understanding is enemies come out of basically all 4 corners. We're gonna go here. in this one. Something on it. Ninja boat's going lost in case something goes crazy. Yellow ninja, blue ninja. Red ninja. Got a. That's one down. Alright, nothing went wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna defend instead. Yes. Good. They're retreating. No, do not do that. That's not for you. Oof. Critical. Wonderful. Alright. Heat. Game? That game will be played. Ooh. the whole Disney icon. He looks different from the other ones. Is the other one different?
くそ届かん
Okay, it was the other one that was different. Alright. Oh well. Noted thusly. Punch! We all go last. I don't remember how that worked. No, I have the plan. I know guys pop in over here, so you two will go handle this. Writing's gonna pick this guy now. And hopefully not miss.
Nerai wa bacciri da ze! God Thunder!
Got him.
効かんな 落ちろ ライディーンはその程度じゃ落とせないぜ
Either one of them will do. So here's the point. I'm not too sure exactly where all four groups show up. I have a powerful inkling and a bad memory, and I just quit the game.
はい終わりですねじゃあ一応
Baka. I'm the Baka. And I can't soft reset from that screen. Oops. Yes, band pressed up. Thank you. Thank you very much, game. Load. This gives me time to scroll. Here we are. Okay. I mean, that was kind of the test. Where do they show up? Fawn and Kyosuke were in place. show up more over here. So, Bernie and what's his name? What is his name? Shiro. Couldn't remember his damn name. Moves forward. Didn't you have a close range attack? Yes, you did. There's 2 range. With support? Love Survivor. Initiate.
なんだと？この力、化け物か。さあ、楽しませてくれよ。もらって。
Oh. I forgot that was a thing.
押されている。
Love survivor, love survivor. Keep on your good with the game. Here we go. Back on course. Oh no, those are too far from anyone. Okay, right. Lots more bad guys pop out on turn 4. Yet another new type we have not seen before. These guys over here. The troops are starting to get tired of it as one of the enemies mumbles, "One fall," which was that one right there. Sho certainly hasn't seen them before, but Chim is really upset. Something she can't quite put her words to is very wrong about them. Akira's spidey sense is tingling too, and it's trying, and apparently only partially succeeding, to tell something to Akira. Or I guess what I mean spidey sense, yeah, whatever. Psychic powers activate. It is like how it warned Akira before about the Yoma Kingdom, and Joy points out helpfully that all you really have to do to these skeletal warriors is chop them down to itty bitty bits. Despite how simple-minded it sounds, it appears to be the best way, for now. There's that spidey sense. As I'm reading, I'm just kind of tapping the buttons. Just then, Rain contacts Professor Hazuki. Shiro demands to know what civilians do on the battlefield, and Rain tells you that they're here from near Japan on Major Urube's orders. Hazuki wonders if they're the people that popped up near the barrier satellites. But Joe points out that this isn't the time to talk. Rain offers to fight alongside you, and Shiro notes that he can't see the newcomers' mobile suits. Allenby, which is spelled wrong in this guard, is sure that everything will be just fine. Domon summons the Gundams that nobody else recognizes. That would be because they've been modded for Gundam fighting. Tetsu is looking forward to seeing what these fighting robots power. Toho Fuhai is distinctly unimpressed by the enemy and tells Domon to go forth. Kyosuke, with his encyclopedic knowledge and breaking the fourth wall clearly, seems to recognize Domon, the Gundam fighter. This is what's your face? No. Cause go for the block and hope for the dodge. See? Nude Chicano.
甘い。はあ、裏切り。
Oh shit, oil slash.
こいつらただもんじゃない。
And these apparently are iced. You may have this delicious brushed burn. Words are hard sometimes. But it's still on! Should have watched it really. It's okay, there's other iced. What you got? Not good against these air foes.
Drill punch!
Oh, motherfuck, stealing my stuff again. Ugh, getting sick of that. What if I just lose? Damn it! I want to replay this stage and avoid that. That's done. We must survive with love.
大丈夫か？ 大丈夫だ。任せてくれ。
まだエルシャンクは戦えます。
That's a shame that that's only a feature used in the Pack series. I've never seen it outside of Impact and MX. It's freaking genius, frankly. It is a feature that should have remained. Yeah, you can use that last one. Changing forms after this anyway. Hey, Death Army. Behold, the Death Army.
Kono tedo nara. まだこんなもので。ジンクスなんて吹き飛ばしてやる。ビームの エネルギーは持つのか。
That's surely melee. You decided to get into my drill, like the fool. First you go after the Memphis. Insulting. It begins. Ba-da.
バカ者が。この東方腐敗、逃げも隠れもせんわ。
You chose poorly. Second verse.
Huh. 貴様の攻撃などとうに見切っておるわ。うわっ。
Master, don't play. Vulcan. Others. Beaver than others. Bean hoop. Oh, trust you forever is the theme here? Okay. This weird mix of season 1 and season 2.
へへ、どんなもんよ。うるさいわね。
Is JoJo posing to shoot the Vulcans? I think she just JoJo. Alright, this is turn 5. Let's see what we can do. So Akira's here. Okay. First heal. Next heal. You. Change. No, meant to change. That feels a little too dramatic. They don't look like they're on the same level, or the same level. Strongest thing I can. Critical! But I picked up the item. Which one that was? Pick it S. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a weird thing. That's super weird. Hit him. With the crit. He'll die in the next turn. Actually, he'll die on this turn. Here, now. Let's make sure. Get on good. Help. So. The very rare Metis kill. Oh no. Domo. He also has Trust You Forever.
然聞いてないよ。
Okay, on turn 4, yet more zombies show up, even though this is turn 5. That's typo, clearly. And then disappear, abruptly. Everyone's kind of left scratching their heads, except for the inseminable. What? An estimable master angel who really won't let the forces of evil trademark off that easy. He orders Domor now need to accompany the Gondor squad, and then berates Domor when he tries to go along with him instead. He instructs Domor to pursue... Ugh, I am struggling today. He instructs Domor to pursue the Devil Gundam with the Gondor squad and reminds him that it isn't the only enemy on the face of the earth. He concludes with a somewhat more conciliatory assurance that he, the great Tolhu Fuhai, aren't to be defeated so easily. I am not reading this right. He concludes with a somewhat conciliatory assurance that he and the great Tolhu Fuhai style aren't to be defeated so easily. Domon finally accedes, and Master Asia entrusts the Gondor squad with watching over Domon. Kisuke is astounded that this guy intends to follow the enemy all by himself. Raid informs you that that if you follow the avatars of the Devil Gundam, you will eventually find the real thing. Domon tells Hazuki to get the full team details from Irube, and Shoal definitely never heard of any of this stuff after his time he went to Byston Well. You've actually never seen her do a move, so let us observe the move. I am so glad I defended. I'm going to take very many risks. Very, very many risks. Because this could be a turn 5 clear. I need that assurance. Also the final move. 3, 2, 1, go! 発射！
そんなもんでこのマジンガーを倒す気かよ。ブレストファイヤー。
That was a big move. Okay. Since we have let Galeria live, Sho cuts short her raving and points out that she's all alone with no chance of victory. We managed to convince Galeria to accompany them long enough to return to Byston well. Better by far than dying like a dog here on the surface. Getting her will give us also a special ability +1 and a skill point. So skill point get. And, you know, Galeria is in. Domo's pretty sure that Master Asia will be okay with the numbers of enemies he's pursuing. Surely he'll make contact soon. Mika Murari introduces herself as mechanic and tells Hatsuki that she's heard a lot about him from her father. Given that the two of them can only do so much by searching themselves, Rain asks Hatsuki to take them in. Hatsuki can't make that decision himself, but he will contact Urude and see. Domo intends to follow his master's orders and won't object. Hatsuki then asks Sho to explain himself. But just the markings of a long story. Joe's joking comment about jumping here from another world is, of course, right on. Okay, so we did it. 5 turns. Concentrate. Yes. Okay, concentration goes to... No, not you. Oh no. That's a complication. Benkei. Benkei. Because Benkei also now has Hot Blood. And then skill level ups. What is that? Liga. Increase the evade rate, hit rate, and critical rate improve with each level up. Oh, you have supports. Yours is taken. You're full. You're also full up. Allie, what you got, girl? What you got? Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy one time. You have Prevail. And... let's see if that's attack or defend. Support attack. What is Domo got? It's got potential and or prevail, whatever. Fighting Spirit. You have defense level 1 and or battle level 1. Sure, what's your full up? Both of you full up. Cham! Ooh, that's a good use for concentrate. Oh wait, no, this is a concentrate. This is a stat solo up. So, where are you at? Where you at, girl? Alright. Sho gets to explain his rather implausible story. Byston Well is supposed to reside somewhere between land and sea. Sort of odd concept. Which is actually a concept used in like Northern European fairy tales, where the space between land and sea is actually the space between life and death. That's kind of the untold joke there. Shane gets indignant about your doubts, and Hatsuki informs her that her very existence is the ultimate proof of Byston Well's existence. Huh? What? And, no, she's not a fairy, she's mi ferrario. Anyway, Hazuki currently has to deal with aliens and fairy tale creatures on top of the ugly state of world events, plus the Esper kids on the Dangayo team. A promising setup to be sure, but don't forget the Gundam Fighters either. Just then, Ulube checks in from Neo Japan. I guess this is where it's talking about the Esper kids. Or no, I skipped a spot. Whatever. Mia's angsting about Gilligan. Pai isn't having much fun, staying on the military defensive, and Ryoma comes by and introduces the Getter team members. Hayato notes that the way the females are dressed reminds him of race queens. It's an older setup for, the girls that are sort of in bikinis that pose by cars. They're usually at races, high-end races, like the Daytona. The other Dangayo pilots are from the planets Wateshia, which is Roll is from, Lilith, which Ranma is from, and somewhere that Pai can't remember. Hayato doesn't think they really look like aliens. He's getting embarrassed by being stared at, and Roll says that he can't believe it himself. After all, before he got his memory back, he'd been told that Dr. Tarsan had made them all. Tarsan is the old guy who sold them to all the space pirates, as well as the creator of the Dangayo itself. Pai figures that makes him their boss. Hayato would like to hear more about both the Dangayo and the space pirates, since there's an extreme lack of info about the enemy. The Dangayo team is eager to chat, especially about Getarobo. First thing Ryoma would like to know is if everyone from Vertesia has split personalities. Pai isn't surprised to hear the question. Over here, Ulube is quite surprised that Doman and the crew are hanging out with the Gondor squad. It's true that he ordered them to pursue that certain something, and upon hearing that they joined up with you, decides that it might be dangerous for them to go it alone. He asks Hazuki to take them in. Hazuki appreciates the increase in warpower, but is worried about the DG, the Devil Gundam. He's worried about the DG. This is the DG. Dr. Mikamura comes online and offers to explain. Hazuki notes that the last time he saw Mikamura's daughter was she was just a small child. Mikamura asks if Hazuki has heard of the self-organizing metallic cells. Hazuki vaguely remembers Professor Kashi working on these. Using those, the DG cells, the Ultimate Gundam was made. The Devil Gundam has it come to... Using those DG cells, the Ultimate Gundam was made, and the Devil Gundam as it came to be known after a certain man stole it. That man was Domon's brother, and Kashu's son, Kyoji. The Neo-Japanese government sentenced Professor Kashu to cold sleep for his role in developing the dangerous Gundam in secret. Ulube had to exert himself to the utmost to keep it from being the death penalty instead. The Neo-Japanese government let Domo loose on the condition that he recover the Devil Gundam so that his father could ultimately be released. Ulube was responsible for letting Domo use the Shining Gundam, which had been intended for Gundam fights. Ulube is quite happy at Hazuki's assurances that the Gondor squad will take care of the Devil Gundam problem. After the transmission is over, Hazuki begins to have doubts about Ulube's story. Romina has been looking out in the forest and pondering the absence of a certain set of ninjas. Maybe they're ahead. I don't get that. She tells Joe that she doesn't have to accompany her anymore since he's back in his homeland. But Joe says it isn't very easy anymore the way the war is going. Demian, which I guess is the blonde guy? Where is this conversation happening? Because here's Koji. Or Koji, rather. There they go. Well, this is Demian, I think. Wishes he could get in on the fighting too. Romina quickly forestalls Lanier's objections at borrowing the ninja bots. No. Lanier's the blonde. That's Demian, I guess. Whatever. I don't know these names. I don't know this show. The theory is that it's her responsibility to see that the mess caused by the boom following her to Earth is cleaned up. Gamelon used the opportunity once again to suggest to Joe that he leave the ship and the protection of the princess to him. Almost like kids arguing. Okay, yeah, that's Gamelon, and then this guy is Demian. Sure, I've got it now. Yes. Oh boy. Paragraphs. Kyosuke seems to have heard of the Shining Gundam from a certain someone who was quite fond of it. He's also heard that it's got some kind of special system, which we didn't trigger in the last fight. Rain notes that the emotion energy system converts emotions such as rage and happiness into power. The Shining Gundam is currently the only machine to have it installed, unlike the sailor-suited Gundam next to it, which Allenby says was developed by Neo Sweden. Christina asks why someone from Neo Sweden will be helping someone from Neo Japan. It's for the sake of the special training that she and Domon are undertaking. In fact, that's what got her and Domon to the cockpit in the first place. Lots of people are now showing up and wanting to know what Gundam fighting is. Kyosuke recites that it's an event staged using notable fighters to help exercise the colony's rights to self-governance. He then says that while it doesn't particularly like fighting, someone close to him does. Rain points out that unlike mobile suits, mobile fighters copy the movements of the pilot and the feedback and condition of the chassis to the pilot, the mobile trace system. And boy does it make maintenance a bear. This means that all the damage is conveyed to the pilot, which is why fighters like Allenby are chosen as pilots. Brady and Kyosuke want to know why the heck Gundam came when called. It is because of a voice. Is it because of a voice recognition as an autopilot? Nobody has an answer. Akira can't explain it properly, and he figures that the skeletal warriors are something that Raiden hasn't seen in all the millennia since its war with the Mu Empire, and that they hold the key to the Great Yoma Empire War. Or perhaps they were made with a specific goal of targeting the Raiden. The bottom line is that it's far easier for the Mutropoli. What? Oof. Yeah, it's Mutropolis. Mutropolitans? Mutropolitans? Whatever. To fight by your side, then separately. Hazuki is pleased to have them along, noting that Mr.'s rather assertive attitude is nothing compared to the subordinates Hazuki sent to space a while back. Just then a transmission comes in from Tar-san. There he is. He looks evil. Wanting to discuss the Dangaio team, who conveniently walk in the door just then. Pai is almost disappointed to see the good doctor apparently unscathed from the battle that he got caught up in. He says he's hardly the one to go down that easy and asks the Dangaio team to return. Wanda asks what he's scheming now and he berates them for not understanding the gravity of their situation. He's having trouble with the bunker, which Hazuki desperately wants to know about. His ignorance seems typical of those living inside of the galaxy to Tarzan, and Pai notes that even she doesn't know much about them. Tarzan is amazed that a memory hasn't returned yet, although he seemingly thinks that's for the best. He proceeds to explain about the bunker pirates. Elsewhere, Guineas has meanwhile summoned Aina regarding the test piloting assignment he told her about. The mecha in question is almost finished, something he believes will turn the entire tide of the war single-handedly. No mere dream, but something for the actual battlefield. Aina is concerned about all the aliens and the unidentified fighting machines, but Guineas is quite sure that all of them will be equally powerless before his masterpiece. Aina wants to help her brother, and is very glad for him to help.
とうとう実現するのですね。お兄様の夢が。
いや、もはや夢ではない。あれを戦線に投入し、戦況を、この戦局を一変させてやる。
She hastily notes that it's time for his medicine. The soldier comes over a report from Colonel Norris, who has been surveying the Jabra area.
お兄様のお力になりたい。
お前がいてくれるなら心強い。
いけない。お兄様、そろそろお薬の時間じゃなくて。
The message that someone stole a mobile suit and ran off with it. The colonel is currently in pursuit, and Guinness is about to have the messenger passed along to the colonel to handle it himself when he thinks better of the idea. Then he talks to Aina about it. Tarzan concludes by saying that the bunker are very bad news, having recently joined forces with the Universal Crime Syndicate and gotten even stronger. Ozzy recalls hearing about these folks from Bright, and Will is worried about the consequence of being on such a group's hit list. Tarzan is sure things will be fine if the Dangayo comes back to base, so he can finish adjusting the thing. Specifically, so you can use the Spider Knuckle! Roundabout would appreciate it if he could do something so that she doesn't have to get blasted off entirely. Nia wants to just leave as to avoid any further trouble to the Gondor squad from the bunker hitmen, and Hazuki is sorry he can't do anything more for them under the circumstances. Excellent finally shows her face. She is super happy to hear that Domon is hanging out with your crew. Excellent wants Kyosuke to get Domon's autograph, or better yet, let her speak to him. He says he'll try and wants to know what she called about. She's wondering if the skeleton-like things have shown up on the surface. Apparently, she's the only one who can hear their voices. Oh, her and Kyosuke. Other than the fact the two of them have this in common, she doesn't know anything about why she and he are the only ones who can hear their voices. Excellent notes rather irately that a certain girl seems to know a lot about Kyosuke. He has no idea what she's talking about. This person appeared in a red mech along with the skeleton thingies and sounded like a little girl from her voice. I know who that is. Kyosuke says no such mecha or person has been his way yet. Apparently this person claimed she was coming to meet Kyosuke. Excellent wonders what she should do and hasn't told anyone else in the Londo Bell about this yet. He recommends that she keep quiet about this for now, with any additional confusion result. That being said, she's about to sortie and prepares to hang up. She tells Kyosuke to call her anytime he's lonely. He wonders what the enemy has to do with him and her, and tells her that he'll let her get in on his worries when he's made sure. Kyosuke sure hopes the voices are just his imagination, and notices Shiro. He tells Kyosuke to get ready to sortie since the former Argama squad has escaped from Jarbro and is being chased by the ZEON. Kyosuke notices that the Dangayo folks have left, and Shiro says he's amazed that they could pilot the thing with those swimsuit-like outfits they wear. Kyosuke somewhat humorously says he hopes those aren't their idea of flight suits. Whew. So many words. Oh shit! That's your boy Rom Stall. So, we have reached the end of this stage. However, I'm going to go back and replay that because that item that I lost is actually pretty damn good. It's, what was it? Movement plus 2, mobility plus 10. And I am not missing out on that. And I will be sure to get that turn 5 finish once again and reaffirm things the way they are at present. But I thank y'all for watching, and as always, ZEON.